position of power, which means that the ball's now in Vega's court. What do they do to change this up? Is it a side selection thing? Is it going to be a drafting change? Because right now, what they are doing is not working against a dominant Flash Wolf lineup.
That is the question.
Comp as the game progresses. Scales incredibly well, has gank assist, as well as the fact that it's so hard to kill and tie down in that side lane.
It's the first time we've actually seen Hanabi play the Rise if he locks it in, and actually haven't seen Rather play it either during the regular season, so not a very common pick for the Flash Wolves. It will be Hanabi taking it up towards the top lane. Final pick was Syndra for Nomads.
Yeah, old school counter pick coming out against how they set up Rather for success here. Face check coming out.
And Anasix face checked into there by Boogie. Lands the Unburrow. Sonic Wave Wrestling Strike combo comes out, but the damage from Boogie is pretty strong. Rather rotating up first because he's got that push in the mid lane, and it all comes together. Oh, Scatter the Weak is going to land. There's the Unleashed power as well, but the exhaust comes out. Shockwave used, and Anasik not underneath the tower, and can't do much more. Tom Kench on his way up with the Abyssal Voyage. Boogie there as well. Abyssal Voyage was cancelled. Santos goes in with the taunt, but now he's the one to be caught out. Xiaoxi trading. There's the teleport in the mid lane as an Anasik, and Nomads will get the first kill. Santos so low. Betty flashes in. 1-for-1 trade across the map now. Boss did TP into mid, so his TP is down, and Hanabi did not join that fight in mid. Let him in the end as well, so that's both those summoners down in the bottom lane, and Anasik is trying to capitalize on that teleport in from Hanabi. Black shield down, it's a 3v3 for the moment. Hanabi comes in, knocked airborne straight away. Gadget though is caught out, and it's 2 kills on the board for Flash Wolves. A 1,500 gold lead. Flash Wolves in control of this game.
And some mistimed
caught out with a shockwave. A kick comes back from Anasik there. Bessie gobbled up by Xiaoxi. Spat out back towards the tower. The chain of corruption did land onto Anasik, locking him in place. Boss with the Inferno Chains can't quite pull back Betty. And now the World Ender about to time out. Boss flashes away. Boogie on the chase. Doesn't have the flash yet, but still looking for the knockup. And Boss will delay with the Darkin Blade. Betty will take him out. And Flash Wolves once again find a kill from an Anasik gang.
And they're trying to force plays on the side of the map where they don't have numbers, which means that if anything goes wrong, if they're not able to execute immediately, they just die. Back-to-back plays. You can argue Santos could have joined there.
Trying to make the play on the Hanabi here underneath the tower. Pretty good tower dive there by VEG Squadron.
Much better execution of a play, you know, with Black Shield not going to be able to get the root out. And you can see Anasik looking for Betty here as well.
Jumps forward with the safeguard, hits the Sonic Wave chase onto Betty. Betty doesn't really have anywhere to get out, and it's shut down. Betty overextended there, shouldn't have been there by himself. And there is the Blade of the Brewing King on towards Betty.
And you might think, you know, risky teleport for Gadget, however, does have ultimate and flash available. Oh,
Soul Shackle's used there. Xiaoxi going to get caught out. Sand United coming in as well. There's the stun lock. Santos looking for the taunt, can't quite land it onto Betty. Root used with the Chain of Corruption, and the fight onto Gadget as Betty turns it around. Gadget was not in the Spirit Refuge. Santos was unable to protect his AD carry, and this should be 2 easy kills for the Flash Wolves. Nothing that VEG Squadron could do.
And a miss execution again. I was going to say Flash as well as Ultimate and Shen means that he's very hard to dive. But however, going aggressive like that seems to be a misplay. Once again, you have numbers on the top side of the map. You're taking Rift Eligible style.
And Anasik's going to kick rather back here, uses the heal, still has the flash. There's the Abyssal Voyage as Xiaoxi joins the fight. And Anasik forced away, but does get the shockwave at United.
But that's only one member and a shield.
Here we go. Scatter the Weak onto Rather. That's shockwave onto Nomad's Boogie, waiting, and Anasik's going to jump forward, looking for the Dragon Rage. Rather flashes away. Here's the Abyssal Voyage. Thunderball coming in as well from Flash Wolves as they take the fight. Stand United used. Boogie goes low. Void rushed in. Boss now. World Ender on that front line, and Anasik survives, gets out to the back of it. All 5 members of Flash Wolves are here. Still, Morgana on her way down. Gadget coming in. Boss with the knockup onto Hanabi. Are they going to look for the dive? Vega could keep taking this, but the damage goes back onto Vega. They have to step back. Here comes Gadget on towards the back line, looking for that binding. Trying to connect, can't quite find it, but the tower is low here. The minion wave pushing in. Gadget's taking a lot of damage. Santa maybe looking for the taunt here as Anasik rejoins Gadget. Overstepped. Way too far forward. The rest of his team couldn't back him up.
Medic, Vega just won a 4v5, and then Gadget walks into the remaining 4 members.
Oh, no, they did not. The realm warp spells the demise of Nomads and Boss and Vega Squadron. For a moment, there was a glimmer of hope, but Flash Wolves just broke them right down.
Tragedy on Summoner's Rift. They're going to look to continue.
And Anasik caught out Hanabi, and Boogie get the kill. And head-in-hand stuff here for Vega Squadron.
And what could have been a way back into the map? We said this at best is a 4v5. Let's watch how it goes. Shockwave used on only 1 target. Ideal start. You can see Rather so low. No way to rejoin this fight. And check out where Gadget is. He's still walking in, but Boss and Santos do a great job of frontlining, layering their CC perfectly, able to win this one out. At this stage, collapse. Go get vision control. You know, have a look at things like the jungle, like the dragon. Instead, Gadget tries to go fishing. but does not catch anything, gets caught out of position, and ultimately costs his team another 3 kills after this.
Yeah, Hanabi here with the reflex around warp knew that VEG had split up. Quite easy for him just to follow this up, and then Ananasik, of course, dies on the back end of it all. Imagine if that tower was down. Rather wouldn't be able to stand where he's standing right now, wouldn't be able to back there. The Rune Prism's going to land on towards Boss there. The chase in from Xiaoxi and Betty. Realm Warp there as well. Boss does have the flash, but he doesn't really have anywhere to go. Tries to flash away back towards the Flash Wolf's base, but the piercing arrow won't quite connect Boss. He's going to get chased down here by someone in the end. Dies to minions. And Betty,
but if they make the fight here work, it doesn't matter.
Jada Caution lands onto Santos, but immediately puts down the Spirit's Refuge, blocking out those auto attacks. Betty flashing forward. The flank is on here for Ananasik if they can find it. They're in a good position. Him and the Syndra on the side.
Yeah, far away
Rather
is
not with them. Ananasik's going to jump in. Boss there on the front line now. Redemption used by Xiaoxi. Boss into the World Ender, not quite into the Redemption passive. Nomad's there with the Unleashed Power. They take down Betty. That's one. Boogie jumps on the back line though. Gadget. Shockwave back. Will fall and Flash will find the fight. Hanabi can just open up machine gun rise onto the faces of Vega. Boss gets a counter kill, but it's going to be a full ace here by the Flash Wolves. Boogie on the chase, and Ananasik not really anywhere for him to go apart from across the wall. Boogie still chasing him. It's Jungler versus Jungler. The prey sequel here hit, and there is the smite in the end. Looking to see if he can get it. We've seen one steal already this best of 5, and Ananasik was the one to get it, but Santos, you can blast going in, you can go for the auto instead. It's just torn straight in, rather secures it. Santos stopwatches for a second, but that's not going to delay his demise for long. Hanabi unstoppable now, 6-1-5, and Flash Wolves have taken this game by the scruff of the neck.
They certainly have.
This game tomorrow, taking...
Jury's still out on whether Fongfu are weaker than Flash Wolves, however.
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? They look very strong against Team Liquid today. Santos with the taunt from the side, Hanabi's up towards the top lane. Unleashed Power's going to land, Rather's down, Boss continuing to chase in here with the Stand United. They've taken the Inferno Drake. Great taunt onto Betty, Boss on the chase. Betty's down, and Vega have found the fight. They're going to take out Xiaoxi as well. With the thick skin, he just about survives, but Ananasik can just chase them down. Should be another kill for Vega. Hanabi is in the base. Boogie going to use the Void Rush here onto Gadget, but Gadget can just land the binding. Tormented Slow will tick away at him. Hanabi's still pushing for that inhib up towards the top side. He will secure it. So Flash Wolves get the inhib, but they lose the fight.
Instead, they give away 3 kills.
Oh, teleport in here by Hanabi though. Trying to catch Gadget and Nomads. He can just 1v3 this. Gadget's done. Hanabi, he's styling on some fools right now. The taunt from Santos will land, but Rather's here for the cleanup crew. It's a double for the rise. Hanabi is unstoppable, indomitable, and he has won this game pretty much solo-handed for the Flash Wolves.
And now the fact that they have 2 Baron buffs remaining becomes even more relevant. With 2 members, the wave cleared dead. This is going to open up a second portion of the map. If one more member of Vega gets picked off, that could be Flash Wolves advancing to the group stage.
Vega may have taken the last fight, but as soon as Hanabi shows up, there's little they can do. Boss, Santos, and Ananasik trying to defend here, but they just can't even fight a flank position. Double inhibitors down now. 30 minutes in. Flash Wolves, 7,000 gold ahead. The shockwave lands onto Boss. He has the World Ender. He will regen. But even with that, Flash Wolves there.
However, in a standard game, alright, I'm not going to talk.
Boss is caught out, shall we see coming in. And Hanabi will go legendary. That's not really too much you can do against this rise right now.
They wanted to have Crash, now we'll see it.
Teleport coming in behind, 3 members of Flash Wolves here. Rather, Betty and Xiaoxi maybe caught out. Boogie coming in from the side as well, but Boss lands onto Betty. The Unleashed Power into the stopwatch. He may be very safe, but he is still dead. Hanabi, though, and Boogie are on the Nexus towers. They don't really care about the kills. All they care about is the Nexus, and all they care about, all Flash Wolves ever care about, is making the main stage of MSI. Can they do it, he says? I'm pretty sure they can. Hanabi takes the Nexus, and Flash Wolves are going to the main stage.
So they throw Betty to the, not wolves, because they're wolves, to the other people.
To the Sharks.
To the Sharks, there we go. But not only that, they do still have very impressive individual members. And that's what I feel like everyone's going to talk about. Without Caster, without Maple, without Sword Art, how can this LMS squad stand up? And you can see already, they do have very good substitutes in place of those players.
They definitely do, developing as a squad game to game as well. I think the question does remain, how will they face up against a G2, against an SKT, against a Team Liquid, against an IG?